Hey everyone, Tom Gentile, America's #1 pattern trader. Glad to have you join me today here. I want to do a quick video on how to use the Hubb screeners that have just come online at Hubb.com. So let me bring up the software right now, and you can see here, I have gone in and logged in, and I've clicked right here that brings up the scanners portion. And within scanners, you're going to see a couple of different tabs. We've got screeners here that are available to everyone on the Hubb site. Tom's option tools, those are available to premium subscribers. And now we're going to be also adding in option scanners here in the near future. But you're going to want to click on screeners. You're going to see 4 screeners immediately available to you. And the 4 screeners are as follows: cheap implied volatility stocks, expensive implied volatility stocks, high historical volatility stocks, and low historical volatility stocks. Each of these will bring up different types of scans. For instance, cheap will be the cheapest optional stocks right now in a 1-year range. Most expensive optional stocks is number 2. That's options that are very expensive and been the most expensive that they've been in the last year. When you look at these last 2, high historical volatility and low historical volatility stocks, these are based on the actual stocks, not options, but stocks that are moving around quite a bit. That's the high historical. And stocks that are not moving much at all. To click on any of these, simply move your mouse over and click on the desired one, and you're immediately going to get some scan results that pop up and will show you. For instance, I'm looking at the cheap optionables right now, and you can see EQT is on here, Liongate, O'Reilly, and you can see there's quite a bit of them that are on here. When we run this down, 65 are right now, out of all optional stocks, are very cheap right now. I can actually take that and bring that down even more. So let's say I want to go and select a stock list. I'm going to click a stock list, and over here under the stock list filters, I can select from the NASDAQ 100, S&P 100. I can also look at pennies and weeklies. And so this allows me to go in and really just focus this list down even more. So if I clicked on S&P 100, for instance, that only shows 3 cheap stocks: Netflix, United Healthcare, and Target, right, are the 3 of that in the S&P 100 that are cheap implied stocks. Now, we can also, and Xing that out brings us back to the full list. I can also create a quote list, which means I can go in and not only just stock list, but I can create my own list. Let me put a list together, stocks that I follow, and then from there, let me see if anything is cheap or expensive. And so I've got some quote lists out here. One of them I call the 1%ers, and that's just the top 1% of stocks by market cap. Let me click on that and see if anything's cheap. Yes, there are 6 right now: Netflix, ETHA, United Healthcare, Novo Nordisk, IBIT, and Tesla are cheap implied volatility stocks when you look at this going back over the course of 1 year. I can do this with not only my cheap options, I can also do it with my expensive options. You can also run quote lists and scan lists on all 4 of the lists that we just showed you. If I want to go from here to the beginning amount of all the screeners, just hit the back button. That'll take you back to cheap, expensive, high historical, low historical. And once again, when you find something you want more information on, let's say I'm looking at these cheap options and I'm going down, I see Netflix, and I want to see some more information on Netflix. Just click on it. When you click on that, it's going to immediately bring up a chart of the stock that you're interested in. It's also going to bring up some options below, and it'll bring a list up as well. It's showing my cheap implied volatility stock list, where I can go through and I can change on the fly from Netflix to, let me look at O'Reilly, maybe let me look at something else in here that I'm interested in, Carvana. So I can take a look at these, and I can go back and forth with these cheap options. And one more thing, when I'm taking a look at a stock like Netflix, for instance, this immediately brings up a template. So your template's based on what you're putting in and what you're looking at for indicators. One of the indicators that I like a lot is the IV indicator. And the IV indicator shows the implied volatility for the options. And I can go in and I can back up and I can say, oh yeah, look at this. It was expensive at one time, but it's definitely down here more on the cheaper side. Again, I can return to my full results by backing up, and I can return once again to view all of the scans that I'm looking at by backing up as well. So hope you enjoyed this quick video on how to use the screeners on the Hubb platform. For everything else, subscribe to the channel. I've got more on patterns. I've got more on how to find opportunities using the Hubb platform.